From viral kings to hijabi heroes to record breakers, this year's Olympics has had it all. I'm Tarek Ahmed and welcome to the final episode of the Olympics Roundup. Now, we have to kick things off with that closing ceremony. Closing ceremonies are usually quite emotional. After hours of events and some of the best athletes in the world competing with one another, it all just comes to an end. But this ceremony felt different. It was action-packed, which makes sense considering it was a handover to the city of Los Angeles, who will be hosting the Games in 2028. Hollywood icon Tom Cruise descended from the roof of France's National Stadium to receive the Olympic flag. The dramatic entrance was accompanied with the soundtrack from Mission Impossible and left the audience at the Stade de France in awe as Cruise rappelled 50 meters to the stadium floor. Despite the controversy that the Paris Games had coming into the tournament and during the tournament itself, there's no doubt that the inspiring stories we've seen throughout the last 2 weeks have revitalized the Olympic spirit. Despite a hectic and invasive couple of weeks for Imane Khelif, the Algerian boxer secured the gold medal after beating China's Yang Lu in the women's welterweight final. Algerian fans celebrated in the Paris capital as well as back home after the 25-year-old boxer had been involved in a major gender-based eligibility controversy. Critics had questioned whether Khelif should be able to compete, citing potential elevated testosterone levels that could endanger opponents. However, speaking after the final, Khelif spoke on the controversy from recent days and said, "I am fully qualified to take part in this competition. I am a woman like any other woman. I was born a woman. I lived a woman. I competed as a woman. There is no doubt about that." The International Olympic Committee has also continued to defend their decision to allow Khelif and Taiwan's Lin Yu-ting, who has also been criticized, to participate in the tournament. Here is what the president of the IOC had to say on the subject in a press conference before the closing ceremony.
These two are women, and they have the right to participate in the women's competition. This has nothing to do with inclusion in any way.
Okay, so we've all heard about the controversial ruling by the French Olympic Committee, which banned all their athletes from wearing a hijab whilst competing. So it's a bit ironic that the final gold medal of the Olympics was awarded to a Muslim woman wearing a hijab. Yes, in a dramatic finale to the Paris 2024 Olympics, Dutch runner Sifan Hassan claimed gold in the women's marathon. Hassan won the race with a record-breaking time of 2 hours, 22 minutes and 55 seconds. And as she went up to collect her medal, the Olympian chose to wear a hijab during her crowning moment, which carries profound significance, especially in the context of the controversy surrounding headscarves at the Games. Hassan's victory highlighted the diverse backgrounds and beliefs that athletes bring to the Olympic stage and underscored the values of inclusivity and acceptance that the Games strive to uphold. Reflecting on her triumph, Hassan noted, "This victory is not just mine but belongs to everyone who believes in the power of perseverance and staying true to oneself." Now, before the Paris Games, Pakistan had been waiting 32 years for an Olympic medal, and all hopes rested on the javelin thrower Arshad Nadeem, and boy did he deliver. He didn't just win a medal, he didn't just win gold, he broke the Olympic record in the javelin event, beating longtime rival Neeraj Chopra, who won silver. And since the event, more information has been revealed about Pakistan's new Olympic hero. Growing up, Nadeem's family struggled to make ends meet, and in order to train, he would build his own weights made out of cement. In fact, Nadeem could not even afford his own javelin earlier this year, but people from his village back home pooled together to get him to Paris. All of that, as well as having to deal with dengue fever. I mean, if that's not what the Olympics is all about, then I don't know what is. Nadeem is the epitome of perseverance and determination, and there's no doubt he's made millions of Pakistanis all around the world proud. Now, how could we do a roundup of the Olympics roundup without talking about the coldest man in Paris? Yes, you know him and you love him. It's Yusuf Dikec. If you still don't know about Yusuf, then you must be living under a rock, because he has been a viral king since first appearing on our screens. The Turkish shooter rose to fame after winning silver in the 10-meter air pistol mixed team event whilst using next to no equipment and looking cool, calm and collected on camera. The 51-year-old chose not to wear the high-tech gear of his competitors and held a very nonchalant pose with his non-shooting hand casually tucked into his pocket. Other athletes throughout the tournament have tried to recreate Yusuf's now famous pose, including the likes of Turkish footballer Irfan Cankavicci, along with Sweden star Armand Duplantis after breaking the pole vault record.
böyle bir hareketi başarısı.
It made me so happy as a Turkish citizen, a Turkish sports person, for other successful sports people to mimic that move.
That's all for us on the Olympics Roundup, and it's been an absolute pleasure talking all things Olympics over the last few weeks. But don't worry, in just 16 days the Paralympics begin, and you best believe we'll be covering that with a particular focus on how Muslim athletes get on.